football on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Mark Ingram, fresh off a big performance a weekend ago, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore in the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Give him 6 yards in the first down. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. In on the stop, Bradley McDougald. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's Jackson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense here set to take over with Russell Wilson leading the way. Wilson, a Pro Bowler 5 times in his 7 NFL seasons, including last year, when he threw for a career-high 35 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. A look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 17 carries, 94 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd down. It's Carson, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven 1st. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. From the 27, Jackson got a man. It's Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. On second down, Ingram, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots. Patriots on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught, Lockett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Here's Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson escaping the pressure. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go for it. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 60 yards. They'll run here with Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Jackson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The reception good for 7. It's third down. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. On first and 10, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Wilson to throw. Being chased out left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson now to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Now Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we reach halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big depth. Under pressure, they got him again. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing is Wilson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Free kick out of bounds, kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
57. Mike, 57.
Now Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run it with Carson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. Now it's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ingram again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, Ingram. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Jackson going for the deep ball. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
10 yards and a Seattle first down. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On 1st down, Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Jackson to throw to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. On 3rd down, Jackson. and take him down at the 21.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson able to get this to Gordon. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he loses the football the second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. To throw on third down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
On first down, Wilson. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings us 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Patrick Owasor in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson, and he finds a man with a crossing route. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Ingram. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that could...
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch,